Imagine waking up in the morning and without lifting a finger, your calendar is already organized, your emails are sorted, and your tasks for the rest of the day are neatly prioritized. All of this happens in the background without even you knowing it. This is the power of automation and it's changing the way we work. Hey everyone and welcome. Today we are going to unlock the power of AI agents. But first, what exactly is an AI agent? An AI agent is a piece of software designed to carry out specific tasks autonomously. It can handle everything from researching trends to sending emails, and it does all of this with minimal human input. Imagine having your own assistant that can work for you in the background, taking care of the repetitive tasks and making your workflow much smoother. Cool, right? Now, what are the tools we are majorly using here? We are going to use n8n. n8n is a visual workflow tool with 400 plus integrations. It's like Zapier, but self-hosted and free for unlimited use. People are making around $1,300 plus selling n8n templates on Gumroad with a profit of $25,000 per month. The AI agent market is exploding, but building custom agents is still rare. By the end of this course, you will have a working AI research agent in n8n, your agent exported as a sellable template, a monthly service offer you can pitch today, your first Gumroad product page live. Before we dive into building, here's a quick question for you to answer. What's that one repetitive task in your daily work that you would love to automate with AI? Is it scheduling meetings, analyzing marketing trends, or writing reports? Drop your answer in the comment section below. If you're interested in knowing about how generative AI works and want to take this knowledge to a professional. Now talking about the AI agent, there are 4 key parts of an AI agent. Each part plays an essential role in how the agent works, from receiving input to performing tasks and remembering what happened. So let's break it down step by step. First, we have perception, which is the input stage. This is where the AI agent gathers information from the user, whether it's through a chat, a form, or a webhook. The AI is listening to what user says or does. This is the beginning of AI's process where everything starts. Next, we move on to the decision part, which is the brain of the AI agent. After receiving the input, the agent decides what actions to take. It processes the data and makes informed choices based on it. The agent's decision-making is what guides it through the next steps. Once the decision is made, it's time for action. This is where the agent uses its tools to perform the necessary tasks. These could include searching APIs, interacting with sheets, sending emails, or even using other tools that helps AI complete its task effectively. It's all about getting the work done. And finally, we have memory, where everything is stored. Just like us, the AI agents needs to remember the context of past actions to ensure continuity. This memory helps agent perform more effectively over time, remembering previous tasks, decisions, and results. So it doesn't need to start from scratch each time. Let's zoom in how the user interacts with the AI, whether it's through a chat, a form, or a webhook. The agent listens to what the user is saying or requesting. This input is crucial for setting the AI agent in motion. Once the input is received, the decision part is powered by LLMs like Gemini or ChatGPT. These models analyze user inputs and decides the best courses of action, whether it's gathering the data, performing a task, or answering a question. Gemini guides the AI on what to do next. Once the decision is made, the AI gets to work using search APIs, Google Sheets, or emails. The agent performs the necessary actions based on what was decided earlier. This is where an AI does the actual work, from retrieving data to automating tasks. And finally, the memory. The AI agent remembers past actions and saves the results. This is crucial for ensuring the agent has context for further interactions. By storing information, the AI learns from past experiences, making it more efficient and effective as time goes on. Today, we are diving into a research agent project, which is an AI-driven approach to conducting research. Just like an AI agent we discussed earlier, a research agent follows a similar structure with 4 main parts. Let's take a look at how each part works together to gather and analyze data for us. The first step is perception. This is where the agent receives its input. In this case, it collects the latest AI marketing trends of 2025. This could be sourced from news articles, blogs, or even social media channels. The input sets the stage for an agent to perform its research. Next, we move on to decision, where the research agent decides how to proceed with the gathered information. In this case, the agent searches Google Live and finds more relevant and up-to-date resources about the AI marketing trends. The agent's job here is to process the input and figure out where to look for the right data. After deciding where to look, the action stage kicks in. This is where Gemini models takes over. Gemini analyzes and summarizes all the information gathered during the search, processing it into understandable, actionable insights. It's like having research assistants who can read, understand, and summarize articles in real time. Finally, we have memory. After gathering the information and summarizing the results, the research agent stores the findings in a Google Sheet. This sheet includes not only a summary of the research, but also insights and recommendations based on the trends observed. The memory helps the agent keep track of all its works for future references and sharing. By following these 4 steps, perception, decision, action, and memory, the research agent can effectively gather, analyze, and store relevant data. This process allows us to automate research tasks, saving time while ensuring we stay on the top of the latest trends. Now let's talk about the essential tools that power the research agent project. These tools are what makes everything work smoothly, from automation to analysis and storage. Here's a breakdown of each tool and how it fits into the workflow. First up is n8n. This is an open source automation tool that lets us connect various services and automate workflows. In our research agent project, n8n helps manage the entire process, automating the search of relevant data, interacting with APIs, and even organizing tasks. It's a backbone to our process, ensuring everything flows smoothly. Next, we have Google Gemini. In this AI model that handles the analysis and summarization of the research data, it processes all the information we gather, making sense of complex data and providing us a clear and actionable insights. Think of Gemini like a brain behind the research, making all the important decisions about what to focus on and how to summarize the findings. Then there is SERP API, a powerful tool that's scraping search engines' results. It allows us to collect most up-to-date data directly from Google search results. In this project, SERP API helps the research agent perform live searches for AI marketing trends, ensuring we get the latest information from the trusted sources. Finally, we store everything in Google Sheets. Once the data is processed and analyzed, it is stored in a Google Sheet that includes a detailed summary, insights, and recommendations. Google Sheets acts like a central hub for storing and sharing the research findings, making it easy for team members to access and act on the results. They help to create a streamlined, efficient workflow for gathering and processing information in real time. So let's see how to start building an AI agent. Now we'll get started with n8n. For that, we just need to Google n8n, and the first link, we just need to open it. So as you can see, this is the interface that will appear first. You have GitHub integration, sign-in option, get started, and you have an explanation of how n8n works in automation field. So as you can see, it is useful for IT ops, SecOps, DevOps, sales, and you as well. You can automate your small tasks as well. So if you don't have any account, you can just click on Get Started, enter your name, your company name. You can give a fake one as well, your email address, give it a password, and anything which is regarding your account name where you can explain this explanation, log in onto it. So you can give the app.n8.cloud and you can start your 14 days free trial. Now, as I told you, it is a 14 days free trial period, so you can automate tasks for 14 days. Whereas if you want the automations to happen for a longer period of time, maybe months, maybe years, you can go with other plans. So as you can see, all the prices, there are 4 plans here. The first one is a starter plan and it's charging us 20 euros. And this is an annual thing, but if you want to change it for a monthly bill, that is also possible. So here The starter pack, which will be include one shared project, 5 concurrent execution, unlimited users, 50 AI workflow builder credits, forum support. Whereas if you come to a little bit more advanced, which is a pro version, which will cost you 50 euros, this will have 3 shared projects, 20 conquered executions, 7 days of insights, 150 AI workflow builder credits, admin roles, global variables, workflow history, and execution search. Now, if you want to purchase it for a business purpose, for companies like more than 100 employees, you can go with the business one. So that will cost you around 667 euros. And it'll have everything in the pro plan, plus it'll have 6 plus shared projects, SSO, SAML, and LDPA, and also 30 days of insights, AI workflow builder, which is different environments, scaling options, version control using Git, and forum support. Now, if you have more than 100 people, you can go with entrepreneurs. So you can just contact them, say we are so many people. What and all you will be offered over there is unlimited shared projects, which is the most for if you have more than 300, 400 employees. I think this is the best option. And you will have 200 plus concurrent execution, 365 days of insights. That means everyday insights. And you will have 1000 AI workflow builder credits also. External secret store integration, log streaming, extended data retention, dedicated support with SLA and invoice billing. So as a starter, I would say start with a free trial with a starter pack. It'll give us 14 days free trial, experiment with it, and later you can go for a starter pack. If you want it for some business or any other enterprise levels, there are other options that you can go ahead with. Now, after logging in, you'll see a similar interface, but you won't see these workflows that were generated. And here, as you can see, you have an upgrade option. If you want to continue with your trial period, you have starter plan, pro plan, and enterprises. Again, you can just select the plan and go for it. As of now, you can use the free trial. Now, coming to the main console, which is here, mainly we have workflows, credentials, executions, variable, and data tables. And here at your left side, you can see an overview of your projects. You have personal projects that you have created and also chat. So here ChatGPT is also integrated in n8n. So you don't need to ask the ChatGPT separately. Here you can just personalize your workflows. Coming here, we have admin panel, few of the templates. So here, as you can see, chat with uncensored dolphin mixture. There's a template, generate SEO optimization blogs. You can just use template instead of building it from scratch. There are some insights. So if you just click on it, what will be the execution period, failure rates, etc. will be given here. And again, there's a help option where you can quick start, document forum courses, report a bug, etc. And we have settings option, a basic setting option where you will have access to personal users, project roles, external secrets, environment to build environment. If you want to change the environment, if you want to access the chat settings, you can come here and access it. Now, how to start creating a workflow? As you can see, there is a create workflow option here, and you can create even credential, variable, or even database table. So for now, let's just create a workflow. If you just click on it, it'll start with the first step. You can give your workflow your name, say automation, and it will be recorded in your personal projects. So you can go and you can open that up. And as you can see here, your automation, every step will be recorded with what kind of action it should perform or what kind of search it should perform. So here, let's add a first step, and you have many options. One is trigger manually. So trigger manually is an option where you click and then the automation starts. Whereas if you go with webhook call, it runs automatically. There are options that you can set where it runs exactly at 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. Like that, you can customize it as per your necessities. So after that, you can just add on more. So for all the Google Drive documents, ads, trackers are present here, you can just go ahead and check that out, play with it. And there is something called as AI, which is build automate agent, summarize text. We'll come back to this later. And then we have action in app. So if you want to perform some action to the app, you have other sites where you can just download these and access them. So here to install a node, you just need to click on install node and see which module you would prefer. Everything that you need in automation tools are present here. You just need to search for them. So as you can see here, we have data transformation for manipulating, filtering, and convert data. We have flow, which is branch, merge, loop, outflow, etc. We have a core, which can run code, make HTTP requests, and set up even webhooks, etc. We also have human in the loop. This is an option used when you actually want a person to come and start the loop. So we have triggers also. Now again, here you can see options of adding instance and searching. You can also add sticky notes if you want to write down some information. We have open focus panel and n8n AI. Now I would say this is the best option in n8n, where you don't need any information about how the execution should be done, automation should be done. You just can give it a prompt and the automation itself will execute it and will have all the elements required for the automation. So let's just try it. So as you can see, that is inbuilt. You can just say multi-agent research workflow. You can just give it, and the prompting is also done by itself. So as you can see, we have create a multi-agent AI workflows using GPT 4.1 mini. It generates the prompt itself. You can manipulate it. So let's see how it will generate. So as you can see, it is working. Also make sure that your credits will get reduced if you are using n8n AI. We have very limited one for the trial period. When you go for the pro plan or a personal plan, you'll have more of these credits. So you can work with n8n AI beta version. Again, you can see there is a chat version also, which is ask, and we are using the build version. So as you can see, it is gathering all the elements required for the automation. It'll arrange it properly. Now it is in a proper alignment. We'll go through this. Now again, if you want to see about the logs, there is a column here where all the logs after you start execution or after you start the workflow, all the logs, whether it's an error or any explanation is required, it'll display here. Right now, let's put it down. We'll work it up later. So it's already showed that workflow is generated. Now it will fill in the information, whatever is required. So before starting your n8n projects, make sure you integrate yours with your GitHub. So it's easier for pushing and pulling of the code or even the automation. And I would say it is a compulsion thing so that you will have access to many of other options, which is only accessed via GitHub. So it will ask the information of your GitHub account and integrate it. Now, as you can see, it has already built the workflow and it's asking for few permissions. So here you can see I have created your multi-agent AI research workflow. Here's what it does. First, research agent, which searches the web and gathers 5 to 10 key facts from 3 to 4 credible sources. Fast checking agent, report writing and formatting agent, and then Gmail is sent. Now if you observe, I'll just zoom it in. So here this is a manual trigger. So let me just zoom in. So when you click on it, the workflow will start. Or else you can just click on execute workflow. So since we have not filled in anything, it's showing a problem. We'll figure that out later. And when you click on it, the workflow will start. This is a manual trigger again. Coming to workflow configuration, you can set it to research topic. So how do you manage the things here? You can just click on this 3 dots and you can just say open. And here you will have all the things filled for you. Already, if there is any doubt, you can just cross-check and enter your details. As of now, it is filled and this is your output from this particular node. So you can execute only this node also. There is delete option. So there is deactivate mode also. So when you deactivate this, the entire workflow runs without this particular element. So you can play with that as well. So this output is passed out to research agent. So there are 4 tools which are been used, which is Open API, Search API and HTTP request. Also we have parser. Now here the problem will be about the OpenAI API keys, which is paid. But SERP API keys is a free version, so we can figure that out. I'll show you how to get the APIs in SERP API. I'll explain you what is SERP API also. And after passing, basically this is a searching part. Your SERP API key will be provided. And then those researching results will be fed to fast checking agent. Now, as mentioned here, it verifies every finding by searching for corroboration in at least 2 additional independent sources, only making facts as verified when confirmed. So here it will just check it for a keywords, etc. Then those results are again passed on to report writing agent, which is OpenAI, or even writer output parser. And then you will have a clear 1,000 words using only that verified facts. So we are making sure only verified facts are here. And then that is fed to the formatting agent. Again, what are the formatting agents? Here they have used OpenAI and parser. So here it transforms the report into professional HTML with clean styling optimized for email. Now you will get a small email draft that is again fed to the Gmail account, which sends the final formatted report. Now this entire workflow will run. So when I just give it execute workflow with all the information required, with all the API keys that is fed into this, you can just click on it and it will run the entire automation tool. So you don't need to copy and paste every key fad, cross check it, etc. All are done for you within few minutes. And you can give a time period where you can send your customers regarding the sale deal, etc., which is all automated tools. Now coming here, when you use n8n AI beta version, after the workflow is done, there will be some of the request for you to accept. So here it is showing HTTP request tool that should be filled by us. So again, here we have delete head, options, patch post. So you can use it as per your wish. And then you can give the URL link, authenticate, which is a major part of our automation. Again, for it to send the Gmail via a account, it needs the credentials. So you can just add new credentials. You can sign in with Google, etc. So right now, let's not do that. And also you can see operations. You can also delete emails, get emails, mark as read, mark as unread, remove label, and do a lot of things in Gmail. Just you need to integrate your email with the automation tool. And coming to settings, and this is a normal settings for every element that you will be automating, which is always output data. This usually is always off, but make sure to on it when you're doing any kind of automation. We have execute once. You only want this element to work only once. You can just click on this and it will be ready for one use, and you have retry on fail. If it is failed, it will retry again. So you don't need to again keep launching it and you have an error. If you found an error, either continue or stop the workflow. Continue using the error. You can set it as per your wish. And if you want to note down any points regarding this node, you can just note it down. And if you want to display that particular node, you can do it. Now, if you set these both up, your entire workflow automation is done. You just needed a single click and your entire workflow automation is built even without a single API agent. So this is the power of AI, which is inbuilt in n8n. Now here we can just ask directly GPT to give us a prompt so that you can execute in n8n. So let's try that method also. So let's say I need a prompt to generate a workflow that automates the meetings, creation of meetings. Again, all the versions are given here. Even you can use Gemini, Azure API key also, you can get it directly. So here you can see there is a prompt which is create a step-by-step automated workflow that simplifies the process of scheduling meetings. So you can just copy here, go back and start your workflow with n8n AI. Just give the prompt and wait for it to do its magic. It will be taking few seconds to build the workflow. So like previously, it will create an automation flow where you have to fill in few details, give it few permissions. If an API key is required, you have to give the API key. After that, your workflow is set up. Now, if you manually build this entire setup, it will take at least few hours, which now it's happening in few minutes with the help of n8n AI beta version. Now to build a research agent project, which is AI-driven approach, where we give a question and it will analyze all the details and give us in an Excel sheet all the outputs, including insights, recommendation, etc. So we'll see how to figure that stuff. Firstly, here I've added a manual trigger. So how do you add this? Again, here there is a plus symbol, go and manual trigger. You can just click on it. And since I've already added a manual trigger, it won't be added. This part will be added. Now keep in mind, no details in manual trigger can be changed here. So if you want to pass any data from the manual trigger, you need to have a set file. Now, how do you add a set file? Go here and you just type in set. You have edit fields and you can just click on it. Whichever mode you want to use, which is manual mapping, you can add multiple fields, the name of the field, what should be the value, etc. And you can change the array types also. So let's delete this and see what are the information that is fed in. So here again, I've given the mode as manual mapping. The field is set to question, and here you can enter whatever research you want to perform. Suppose say top trends in 2025, marketing trends in 2025. So you can just type in top trends, marketing trends 2025. So this will be your input. So here you can mention the question. This will be your input for your next part. So after this, you can just execute step. So these both are set. After this, we want this question to be passed via Google search. So for that, usually here I will use SERP API. So just go here and type in SERP. Here you can see SERP API official. Since I've already installed, it is shown installed. If not, you can just click on it and it will get installed. Under SERP API official, you have many of the nodes. Choose wisely which action you want to perform accordingly. So here you have search Amazon. If you want any link to a product, information about any product, you can go with search Amazon. You have Google Flights, Finance, Lens. Or if you want to play games or know about information about the games, you have search Google Play Games app. And also you have an option of searching in YouTube. So here I will just use plain Google search. So I will just click on it. And here it's important for you, these both accounts won't be shown. You have to create an API for it. So when you click on create account, the first thing you will need is a API key. So for that, you can just go to SERP API key and sign in with Google or GitHub or give your email or password. It will be done. And the first option here is your API key. It's a free accessible account. So here you can regenerate your API code if it's been already used, or you can create one, copy your API key, come back to your workflow and add it over here. You can change the HTTP request also, but usually it's all, and then save it. So your account will be saved. Anytime again you use SERP API, it will automatically be saved. So let me just show you. Let's just delete this. So my accounts have been added here, and the resource is search. Obviously the resource should be search. So again, the operation is from Google search. Search query will be the previous question. So it will be JSON format question type, which is acquired from the previous node. And then if you want, you can add your location like New York, Delhi, etc. Now, if you want multiple outputs or multiple lanes, you can just add field and you can go with any other thing, which time period, output, or even Google Place ID can be used. For now, it's not required. So you can just execute the step. So this information will be stored. Now, coming after the search results, I've added one more set node. So mainly set nodes I've added if you want to see the output of your previous node. So it won't have any confusion. If you have any error, it's easy to debug. So after every node, I've added a set node, which is not required if you're an expert in automation and tools. If not, you would want to debug things. So I have set another set node just to know the output of the previous node. Now this information of your search should be passed to a Gemini model for it to analyze. So how do you add this? Again, go here and Gemini, Google Gemini here, and you can just click on it. And here again, according to your specific task, you can search for whatever chooses. If you're working on a video, you can go with analyze video. If you want to generate video, you can go with generating video, audio, etc. Here I just need a message model since I just need to analyze the respective topic. So here again, you need a API account for Gemini. Now, how do you get your API key? So just go to Google AI Studio and then you can log in with your Google account. And here you can just search for your API keys. So here there is an option of get API key. Just click on it and you can either create a new one or use an old one. So if you just create API, name your API key and for what kind of a project you can say just chatbot, create a key. And you can just copy and paste it. So here you can just copy the API key from here, go back here and create new credentials. You can just leave the host as it is and give your API key and save it. So here you can see credentials successfully created inside your personal space. So after this is done, you have message model. Resource, again, it will be text itself since we are not dealing with any kind of video, audio or image. And model. Coming to model, there are multiple models of Gemini. Make sure you use the latest one. Here there is a prompt. So this is a JSON file which will ask you what kind of output do you need from Gemini. So if you are wanting 4 outputs, you can just add 4 of the prompts here. So as you can see from the list, I've used 2.5 flash and here the prompt is referring to the edit field 1, which is the output from the previous node. Right now it's undefined. We'll figure out what's the issue later. And you can just execute this step and close it. Now again, I've added one more set node, which if you open, it will show me the previous. This is just to see the previous result. And here you can see I'm giving 4 of the outputs, because we need 4 insights. And we need to feed this information in a Excel file. Now coming here for the Excel, we just need to go here and Google Excel. I'm using Google mainly because it's easier. So you can just sign in your account and all the things will be here. So as you can see, Google Sheets, you can just click on it. And here again, what action you want to prefer. Either you want to create the spreadsheet, delete the spreadsheet, append it, or add the values in the spreadsheet, clear, delete, etc. Right now, I just want to add to the values. And here you can set up your Google account, share with document operations, which is append or update the row. How do you integrate your document with the Excel file? Now, go to a Sheets, create a sheet. So I've already created, but I'll tell you the procedure. So I have AI search results as a sheet inbuilt here. Let's just delete this. Here the question is the question that I've passed at the start. And what I need from the question is summary, key insights, and recommendations. So here, after you create this, just copy this, which is a URL, go back, This will be your ID of your Excel sheet after D slash. So just copy that and you'll be asking how to append these. So let me show you. Okay, this is all filled. Choose from, go by ID and paste it here. And by default, it will show the sheet numbers also. So let's just try the entire URL. Should go to the AI research one. So it's the same one. Now from the list, if you want, now as you can see, I have entered the URL and here from the list, it should show the number of sheets also. So in one sheet itself, in one Excel sheet itself, we have multiple sheets where we can work on it and each sheet can contain every automation. Now coming here, we have mapping column. This is the place where you are connecting which part or which column is appended with the Excel sheet. So here I have selected map each column manually. What is the question? All the 4 columns that are present in the Excel will be here. So which column should be mapped? And the data that should be passed to each of the column is also passed here. And then this, execute the step or save it. So if you run this entire workflow, you will have an automation workflow where you give it a question. You can change the question in edit field and all the results, which is including your summary, key insights, whatever the key insights the Gemini is generating, those, the recommendations on those topics, how to use them is also updated here automatically. Also, you can set the time of which time of the day you wanted or any particular day you wanted to start automating, or either it can be just clicking on this and starting the workflow. So the green one says there is no issue with the node, it is executing. So as you can see, workflow executed successfully. Now here there is another option of adding tools. Now here again, you can add workflow tools, Azure, ChatGPT versions, etc. here also, so it can be mapped properly. Now, since the setting up and creating the workflow is already done, now how do you sell it? I'll tell you a most common way how to sell it. Firstly, you have to download this entire workflow in JSON format. Now, how do you do that? You can just click on the 3 dots here and there will be an option of download. So you can just download it and you will get the JSON format workflow done. Now here's the download JSON format. I've also created a README AI research agent. I'll tell you about what are the things that you need to add in README folder as well. But in short, if this JSON file, which is my workflow.json, you can change the name to AI agent, etc. according to your project. This file is your n8n model. Anyone who imports it, they get the same AI agent. Now coming to README file, I'll just open it. It's important to create a README file for whoever purchases to understand how this works, what are the things required. So basically 4 steps are included in this. One is n8n import, adding API keys and connected sheet. First run the instruction, which is export pdf.zip together, which is JSON plus the PDF is equal to your product. So what are the things added here? We have an end-to-end how to run this automation. What you will get, this package includes so and so. You can give a round off of your product and highlighting you'll need only free accounts. So people who want to purchase this, they just can go through this README file and decide if they want to purchase it or not. We have set up instructions also where you just have 5 steps, which is open n8n, click on workflows, new to create new, 3 dots, etc. All the things that is required is there. So they just can download it and follow these steps to have the same automation that you have created in your system and get access from their system. So again, the Google Sheets that you have used also needs an access. And lastly, you can add test your agent. Customization also. So if you are interested to customize their own products, you can mention what kind of customizations you can provide. Also monetization, ideas, etc., troubleshooting, all the things should be given here. So if someone is looking to purchase your automation tool, they can just go through this file and have an idea what are the things in the automation, what are the steps to follow, and what are your offerings as well. Now, the main question arises of where to sell your automation tools. I would highly recommend Gumroad. So let's just say you want to sell any kind of automation tools and even any other tech related things. Gumroad is a free app or a website that lets you do this. So you just need to, again, as you can see, it is saying us to sell anything which includes your video lessons, and also you can sell it from any part of the world. So let's go to our dashboard. So this is the dashboard of Gumroad. So getting started, you'll have an introduction to this site and make an impression, show time, etc. Now, how do you add your product? Go with products and new product. You can name your project. Let's say automation. Keep the name related to whatever automation process that it is going through. So you can say AI agent. Let's say AI research agent. And is it a digital product? Is it a course, ebook, membership, etc.? Ours is a digital product, so you can just click on it. And here services is either commission based, which is not there for us, and you can price your product. So according to what this product might do well in the market, and make sure to put it in a bracket where people consider it. So let's say I'm putting $29 and going for the next. Now here you can describe your project. You can add your README file, few points to include here, and you can add a cover or image that you have shot of the program running, or a screenshot would be fine. You can add your thumbnail, call to action, which is how do I get a call from this. You'll have a summary of your entire project. Even if you want to add new details, you can add. You can change the price, or there are other two options which allows customers to pay what they want or pay in installment as well. Now again, you can add different version of the same project and earn even more. So that also you can earn. Now what are the settings that are there in your hand, which is a limit product sales, allow customers to choose a quantity, publicly show the number of sales on your product page, mark product as e-publication for VAT purposes, specify a refund policy for this product, and require shipping information, which you can analyze it according to you. So after this, you can just post it, save and continue, and some content that you want to print in, etc. You can publish and continue. Payment method is not added, so you can add those in the product page. So again, you can add your payments, and if you publish and continue, your product will be there. You can again connect your PhonePe or Google Pay or bank account, and you will be done, you'll be set. And it will be published in the home page where you can purchase products. Also, you have other kinds of things, which is collaborators, checkouts, emails, directly people who have emailed you, and workflows are also present here, where you can automate all the things in Gumroad, from your payments to your access, etc. You have part of analytics also. So here, as you can see, analytics, how much have you earned, etc. And you have payouts. What is your payout? What are the new things that are happening in Gumroad is also there. Now here in settings, you can add your team members also. So if you have a good team, you can just choose their role, email, so they get an access to the Gumroad. You have again access to payments, which country. If you fill on the details, it'll be easy for you to earn. Also passwords, if you want to keep any passwords, and advanced settings. Everything is basic. Its user interface is very useful for a person who is starting out with the workflows or any other kind of tech products. You can just upload the entire project that you have done, which we have created in a zip format, and send them after the payment is done. Now coming to the pricing part, in India, automation tools will be ranging from 2000 to 5000, depends on the complexity of the automation tools. Whereas globally, you can charge up to $49 to $150 per month. Now you can easily sell up to 3 to 5 clients within the free version, but if you want to extend this as a business, you can purchase your n8n. You can also sell these via LinkedIn by DM. So here's a LinkedIn DM template where it says, hey, I have built an AI research agent that can send you weekly reports on your niche. Here's a sample. Make sure to give a sample so they understand how the workflow will be built, and also give them a free trial report as well so they are sure about to purchase your products. Sending these templates for 20 people, at least 2 or 3 will say yes. So you can sell this via LinkedIn as well and make money out of it. Now you have the path to build and sell your AI agents, and here's what you should do later. The first step is to build the research agent. Next, export the JSON file and make a README file. List it on Gumroad, and the next day you can send the samples from your LinkedIn DM with offer a free trial and record a 1-minute live demo. And that's the setup. You have to make yourself a little bit money by building AI agents. Now, in this video, you have unlocked the full potential of AI agents and learned how to build one using n8n. From creating a working AI research agent to turning it into a sellable template and offering it as a monthly service, you have gained the skills needed to turn this into a business. Not only that, you have also learned how to set up your first Gumroad product page and start making money. Now it's time to take action, build your own research agent app, export it as a template, and pitch your monthly service offer to the potential clients. And next, you can launch your AI product, start offering it as a service, and watch your business grow. So what's the first task you will automate with your new AI agent? Drop in the comment section below and let us know. Until next time, keep learning with Simplilearn.